Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Okay, I just wanted to openly talk with you guys. Currently, in my financial situation, what is my crypto mining strategy right now? In the current crypto mining market conditions that we are in right now, it's quite down. Profitability is down across the board, especially with GPUs. Okay, GPU mining is no longer profitable, even for me at about 7.4 cents. I am losing a considerable amount of money against my electric versus on how much I'm actually getting in dollar value. As most of you may have seen, I have majority turned off pretty much all my 3070s. I am no longer keeping them on right now for mining, and as well as my ASIC miners, you guys have probably seen, I have majority of it on simply because it's making a bit of money right now. But I've changed my crypto mining strategy. So I am no longer doing the whole MINE and HODL method because, well, granted, I am doing that still on my 8x6600 XTs, which, quick update, the last time I checked all the bags of this maybe a week ago, which we started this test like, I don't know, almost a year and a half ago, a lot of the coins that I've been mining since October 8th of 2023, a lot of them have gone down more than 99%. So the only rig that's doing the best right now out of all of them is going to be the rig that I've been auto converting into Bitcoin. So because Bitcoin has outperformed a lot of the altcoins, obviously, over the past like 2 years, the rig that was mining, I guess, has been auto-converting Kapow into Bitcoin, which I'm doing it on, I was doing it on NiceHash, but now it's doing it on unmineable. That rig has been able to sustain itself, and also the bag is definitely worth a lot more than a lot of the other coins that we're mining, but I'll do a dedicated video on that later. Anyways, yeah, I am no longer going to be doing the whole MINE and HODL method right now because of a bunch of things. Okay, so I'm just going to explain that as I just walk through my basement here, and hopefully it gives you guys a bit of insight, especially during the times that we are in right now, where a lot of hardware, not just GPUs, but a lot of ASIC miners are just no longer profitable at this point in time. So I'll talk to you guys all about that within this video, but perfect segue to our sponsor.
Wondering what crypto miner hosting is and why you need it? If you're tired of dealing with high heat, constant noise, and skyrocketing electric bills from running your crypto miners at home, we've got the solution. Welcome to Terra Hosting. We make crypto mining hassle-free. Our top-tier facilities ensure your operations run smoothly with an impressive average 99% uptime. Need help? Our 24/7 support team and repair services are always ready to assist you. Got a broken machine? We offer RMA assistance to get you back on track as fast as possible. While you wait for your unit, Terra Hosting will loan you a similar model so that you don't lose hash rate, keeping your profits coming in. Looking to expand your farm? Our clients get significant discounts on mining hardware. Make the smart move to Terra Hosting. Visit terrahosting.io today and experience stress-free crypto mining.
Okay, so yeah, this is not, it's kind of a hard video to make, to be honest, but I want everyone to know that YouTube has been, or is, my full-time job. And being specifically a crypto mining YouTuber, my channel heavily revolves around the current market conditions. So right now, as of recording, it's April 10th, and Bitcoin's about almost $80,000 US. But a lot of altcoins have bled a lot more than Bitcoin has over the past couple years. So the market conditions with, my YouTube channel and how I make money, essentially, like, this is my full-time job, I don't have a regular 9-to-5 job. So I see the massive swings in viewership and engagement. And so I don't take like coin sponsorships, I don't take exchange sponsorships, and a lot of the hardware that's been sent to me has only been sent to me as free miners to review in exchange for advertisement. I don't get sent, like cash with an ASIC miner. Okay, I just get the ASIC miner itself. So over the past like year, I just did my taxes and I was just looking at, all the miners that I've gotten, but I actually have to pay income tax on hardware that is sent to me. It's actually considered income. So as a YouTuber, or for anyone that's doing YouTube, if you've been sent something, you actually have to pay tax on the value of the item that was sent to you, okay? So I have to pay taxes on these things. And you guys know me, I have done a lot of mine and HODL tests, you know, like with like Caspa miners, Alethea miners, and a lot of those miners back then over the past year have cost more than, you know, $5,000 to $6,000 to $10,000. So the dry powder, or a cash essentially, for me to pay the taxes on a lot of this hardware has been mostly out of my pocket. And so at the same time, the coins that I've been mining and holding with all those miners have gone down, you know, more than, you know, sometimes 50 to 99%. So currently in the state of the market, which everyone knows, again, it's extremely down. So right now I'm in a position where I'm looking at essentially like how much cash do I have on the sidelines, essentially doing like risk management and just seeing, you know, how much could I theoretically mine and hold still and pay my electricity out of pocket. So I'm not going to go through like specific numbers or all that kind of stuff, but it's basically tying into my income generation, which, you know, YouTube's my full-time job. And so right now, with the market conditions being quite down, mining profitability also being down across the board, I can no longer do the whole mine and hodl crypto mining strategy in hopes that, you know, the coins are going to go up. I've already basically been doing that for the past like what, 4 years now. And over the past like couple weeks, I've been checking my portfolio, and a lot of altcoins, a lot of like ASIC, you know, coins that I've been mining and holding, but a lot of the GPU mining coins that I've mined and held over the past couple years have gone down more than like 90 to 99%. So I am obviously not going to be selling those bags, right? And I definitely don't want to sell them at a much lower price of what it is now. Plus, over the past couple years, when I looked at it, my cost basis was much higher than what they're worth right now. So if I sold them now, I'd have a loss of like more than, you know, 50 to 90% on some of the coins. And another thing is, with my electrical bill, it's pretty high. Even though I have 7.4 cents electric, I actually have to keep that demand up. I have to keep roughly about 35 kilowatts per hour up in order to keep my 7.4 cents electric. We did talk about this in another video, that I could get the next leg down, which would be about 5.2 cents, but then I would need to use about, I think, 66 to 65 kilowatt hours, so which would be 65,000 watts per hour. But as of right now, I don't have the infrastructure or even the, I guess, heat extraction to extract that amount of heat in my basement. So that would be a different conversation another time. But yeah, just looking at all of the things that I'm paying for right now and versus how much income is coming in now, it's definitely a lot less because of the market's gone down. YouTube essentially has been going down. I don't take much fiat sponsorships from, you know, exchanges or coins. You all know me, I don't do things like that. So how have I transitioned now from doing the whole mining and hodl method? I am now going into essentially like mine and survive method in my current situation. So a lot of my ASIC miners, I'd like to go over there, but it's just a little bit too loud. A lot of my ASIC miners right now, I've been mining to, I'll just tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm mining him to via BTC, and I'm exchanging it. It's already automatically exchanging it into USDT. So that's essentially going to be my, you know, money that I'm going to use for my electricity, bills, whatever I have coming up, just so that I don't have to sell my current bags that I have at much lower prices. So I've saved up for maybe less than a year worth of cash already, just for bills and, you know, emergency fund and everything like that. But I'm trying not to calculate that. That's just as my like emergency fund for the important stuff, like for family, you know, the actual, you know, bills, emergencies, what have you. But yeah, as a YouTuber, I'm just being completely honest with you guys. In my current situation, what has transpired over the past like month or so, with the market being so great, you know, during December until like February, and then everything has essentially crashed down quite a lot. And I'm not alone, you know, I've actually been seeing other content creators out there, not in the crypto mining space, but just other content creators that have had to lay off their employees or, you know, downsize. And I mean, I guess that's with, you know, traditional jobs out there as well. A lot of people are being laid off, and it's just brutal out there. So to further explain, you know, the income generation that I'm trying to alleviate right now is also with utilizing GPUs and higher end CPUs for rental platforms. So right now I have a lot of rigs that are on Salad that are making a little bit of fiat for me every day, and that's helping, you know, offset, you know, the internet bill, the phone bill, maybe 1 or 2 chicken nugget meals a week, you know, little things like that. Again, my strategy has shifted towards just income generation. And I know, like I said, I've turned off my my GPUs, but all of my ASICs right now, again, are going into USDT, so that I could just survive up until hopefully the market can recover and all the mining and yielding that I've been doing already over the past couple years, I hope, and it's like, you know, not a matter of if, but a matter of when those bags are gonna be up again, you know, altcoin season, what have you. So I know it sounds bad, like you guys are probably gonna say, Red Panda, you're causing the sell pressure on, you know, Bitcoin or Kaspa or Aleo or Ethereum Classic. Well, it's unfortunate. Like, that's the name of the game. Unfortunately, I need to sell. And I know a lot of you guys aren't gonna hold me to it, but, you know, because I need to make money now to sustain myself, I don't think anyone's gonna blame me for that. And, you know, I get it. Everyone says, you know, don't sell your Bitcoin, don't sell your crypto. But this is what has transpired in my current situation, in the current market conditions that we are in right now. And I know some of you guys are gonna say, Red Panda, didn't you just buy a bunch of CPU mining rigs, or you traded in for GPUs? And yeah, you know, I bought RedPandaMining's 22 CPU mining rigs, and, you know, I couldn't give that deal up. I still have to drive to him to pick those up, but, you know, if I see a good deal on anything, I'm gonna take it. So it's not like I'm like quitting mining or quitting everything. I'm just essentially shifting my process of essentially making money now. And like I said, like mining and holding, I've been doing that for the better part of the past 4 years, essentially after the merge. And unfortunately, altcoin season hasn't played out yet, hasn't happened. So like I've said, I've seen a lot of the coins that I've been, you know, GPU mining or even ASIC mining have gone down, you know, more than 50%. Most of them actually, you know, up to 99% down, which really sucks. But I haven't essentially lost yet until I've actually sold those bags. And so that's why I've, you know, like I said, I'm shifting a lot of my ASICs now into USDT. That's going to be my main income, you know, that's going to be my dry powder essentially for bills and whatever. And as well, utilizing GPUs like 4090s, 3090s. 3090s are doing pretty good for, you know, income generation on Salad for now. So hopefully that makes sense. You know, I just wanted to be extremely transparent with everybody, you know, in my situation currently. I just had to do a risk assessment and, you know, look at how much I have currently. And, you know, everyone's talking about all, you know, all these tariffs and all these things, recession talk, you know, if it's still going to keep going down, how long is that going to, you know, keep going down? Am I able to, you know, stay afloat and survive if that happens over the next year? I have to consider all these points, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have to do that as well. A lot of you guys have families, kids. You have to think about how you can, you know, stay afloat and survive this downturn that we've had, in hopes that it all turns around eventually, and, you know, what we've all been doing over the past couple of years wasn't for nothing. So hopefully that makes sense. I just wanted to make this video to explain to you guys just my, you know, my current situation, and let me know down below if you guys have shifted, you know, right now. And, you know, Serpent X Tech did an amazing video getting our opinions and, you know, our current situations. You guys should go watch that video in terms of how, you know, crypto miners have shifted in these current market conditions. Like, have you guys also done the same? Let me know down below what you guys are doing. Are you still mining and holding because maybe you have free power, or, you know, very cheap power, and maybe you have a really good job that, you know, you have that expendable income to pay out of pocket? Or are you in like a situation like I am? You know, I've kind of scaled in a bit, but my electrical bill, even though it's at 7.4 cents, is pretty high. You know, I'm paying pretty high digits in electrical bill. So, but I have to look at the risks. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know what you think about this video. Hit the like. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Oh yeah, that fan needs to be replaced.